Hey guys, Michael here. Welcome back to Cooking with Team 10. Today we're going to be making some seafood pizza and we're going to be bringing you along through the process and share some of the science behind food. Let's get started. According to studies performed, Petroselinum crispum, also known as parsley, likely reduces the risk of cancer by protecting against damage to the DNA of cells and stopping cancer cells from migrating throughout the body. Fungal cell walls of Agaricus bisporus, also known as the common mushroom, contain chitin, the same thing that insects are made out of, and the glucan, which is constructed from glucose. While garlic, Allium sativum, causes bad breath, the reasons are a bit more serious than smelling bad. This is caused by the allyl methyl sulfide, also known as AMS. AMS is absorbed into your blood during metabolism and then travels to the lungs and skin, where it is exhaled and sweat out through your pores. The North Sea shrimp, or Crangon shrimp, belongs to the family of Crangonidae, also known as sand shrimps. It is mainly found on sand and sand mud bottoms in shallow coastal waters, in the summer close to the coast where the sun has warmed the water. Pinus pinea, known less formally as European pine nuts, are one of the calorie-rich edible nuts. They contain numerous health-promoting phytochemicals, vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. Wakame seaweed, also known as Undaria pinnatifida for its scientific name, is a low-calorie, low-fat food containing fucoxanthin, a marine carotenoid with anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects. Cod feed on fish and invertebrates. There are 3 types of cod: Atlantic, Pacific, and Greenland cod. However, due to a high demand, Atlantic cod is considered to be a vulnerable species. Fermentation involves sugar being converted into carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol. Cells of yeast, also known as Saccharomyces cerevisiae, carry out this fermentation process by using a wide variety of enzymes, such as zymase. While modern wheat is a polyploid species, theorists think that originally its ancestors, Triticum monococcum, Aegilops speltoides, and Aegilops tauschii, which were all diploid species, hybridized without human intervention. Olive oil, known formerly as Olea europaea, is very high in oleic acid, which is used to reduce blood pressure. It contains numerous antioxidants including vitamin E, carotenoids, and oleuropein. Alright, so we are going to be having some kombucha alongside this meal, so the way to start this off is to throw some black tea bags in some water and add some sugar and just boil it up.
So, after you finish boiling your tea, and taking the tea bags out, you wait until the tea is returned to room temperature. Then, you take your SCOBY, stands for something. You take your SCOBY, your kombucha starter, already with a little bit of tea inside of it, and then you pour it in. You should go. I hope this doesn't spill. In real life, you'd use a bigger jar, but this is just a demonstration. So, after about a week of fermenting, your final result is going to look like this: proper drinkable kombucha.
The SCOBY that is used to make Gluconacidobacter kombuchae, also known as kombucha, is essentially a big lump of bacteria and other stuff called a pellicle. This lump stays together with bacterial cellulose that the bacteria creates and is home to yeasts that produce alcohol by eating sugars. This alcohol is then turned into acetic acid by the bacteria that live with it, giving kombucha the vinegary flavor it has.
Pizza dough is looking pretty thick. Some nice Nice doubling.
Alright, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be preparing some Pacific cod to make for a nice meal. So we're going to start by putting the cod in the plate, and we're going to season it first. So we're going to place it very gingerly in here, just like this, guys. Nothing serious. And as we place it, you want to make sure to keep it intact. And first we're going to add some salt on it. The Archaea H. cylindrum is a rod-shaped, single-celled organism that can survive through sunlight alone due to its retinoprotein bacteriorhodopsin. This is a protein that intakes light energy and uses it to pump protons outside of the cell. The resulting proton difference is turned into chemical energy by the cell. The bacteria itself has no cell wall but is still classified as gram-negative, instead having a lipid bilayer surrounded by a layer of proteins. This protein layer is very stable in high salt conditions, which is why they are found in lakes with a lot of salt. So basically what you're going to do is put it in your hand like this, kind of distribute it around in your hand first, and then kind of just place it on it. But because it takes too long, we're just going to drop it on and then mix it after, so don't worry about it. Alright guys, I know it's a lot of salt, but you have to understand that it does give flavor. Then we're going to add some pepper, guys, and this does give a lot of flavor as well. And it's very important, you don't want to put too much because you can really oversaturate it and it's disgusting. Now we're going to add some parsley, and this is delicious as well. And we're just going to put it gingerly over here like this. We can spread it out, and it's going to go on both sides, so you don't have to worry if there's a lot on one side right now. And now to top it off, we're going to put some olive oil on it. And basically what we're going to do, this is going to be mixed around inside it. And we're going to kind of like lather it up. So we're going to put some like this, and then we're basically going to just put our hands in and just kind of mix it now. So what you got is some nice pieces of fresh Pacific cod that we're going to be using to cook, and it's going to be great. So if we can get our fingers around it, and we can really get it in there, I think we can make something delicious that a whole family can enjoy.
Alright, so we're just going to sprinkle a little garlic. Just going to... Nice. Just for that nice garlicky cod, if you know what I'm saying.
Alright guys, we're going to lay in the cod now into the...
Real gingerly.
I'm going to burn my hands real quick.
Yeah, that smells vile. So, this is almost done. We just had to break it up so that it'll be a bit easier.
Alright guys, so now we just have some shrimp that we actually just seasoned ourselves the same way as the cod. We're going to put it into the pan right now, and we're going to saute it up just like that. And once we get it all in, we're just going to saute it a bit and mix it around, get it nice and pink. And we're actually going to be putting it on the pizza along with the cod. Alright guys, so now we're going to prepare the pizza. We actually just prepared the dough, and we put a little bit of olive oil on it just to keep it nice. Now my sous chef Brianna is here putting the parsley on it. We're going to add some garlic just to give it a little bit of flavor here and there. And after we drop the garlic on, I'm actually going to put this whole amount here. We're basically going to add a funny little ingredient. We're going to add some pine nuts. And although it's not conventional, it is very good, and it does bring out a lot of flavor in the pizza. And it's a nice crunchy texture that does collab well with the rest of the pizza. So we're going to evenly spread that on just like that. And you guys, don't be afraid to be generous, because after all, this is a key element to this pizza. And after we finish with that, guys, we're going to put on some of the mushrooms. We're going to place them on very evenly, dispersing evenly over the pizza. You don't want to place them on haphazardly. You do really want to make it so that they are nice and well placed. And as we just place them like that here and there, we can be a bit generous, because this is one of the pivotal elements of this recipe. After that, guys, you're going to put it in the oven, and we're just going to place it there and wait for it to cook, and then we're going to enjoy it.
This. Now we're gonna take it. Then, as a final step, to complete our perfect pizza, we're gonna sprinkle some tasty wakame seaweed on it to make it a perfect seaweed pizza.